Do you know that you are God's last born? The last thing God created before He rested. Like you should be bragging as a pastor's wife, even as a woman. Brag. A lot of people have reached out to me and they were like, Dilly, what changed? What happened? Like, no, this is not the you we used to know. Yeah. And of a truth, a lot of things have changed. Lots of things have changed. And each time I looked back, I can't but thank God for this journey. For people that knows me while growing up, they will be able to attest to the fact that a lot of things have changed, and I thank God for it. But the first thing that changed is my knowledge about God changed. What I know about God before changed to the new things I am knowing because I'm not done knowing. So that's it. Hi everyone, my name is Oluwakem Sola Isola, and this is Chit Chat with Oluwakem Sola. And guess what we'll be doing today? This is what we'll be doing today. Oh, sorry. This is my latest book. Can you see? I don't know if you can see Diary of a Pastor's Wife, The Journey to Becoming. Yeah, this is one of the things that changed. And my journey to becoming a pastor's wife was actually a bit funny. Maybe in one of my videos, I'll share the full details. But I am someone that was not prepared to get married to a pastor. Yeah. I don't want to be a pastor's wife. I just want to be a church girl that is madly in love with Jesus and doing the things, our things for the kingdom. But here we are, and as God we have it, He wants us to be in ministry with a man that He loves. And I can say that I enjoy ministry work. Yeah. If I didn't get married to a pastor, I would have been doing ministry for God. Like I won't be a pastor. Yeah. Because I don't want to be one. But I'll be doing great things for God. And I would have been involved in mission work. Yeah. That's where I would have been, or teaching ministry. So that's it. So let's just quickly go briefly. Why did I write this book? I wrote it for pastor's wife. But the reviews I've been getting over this book says that it is a book for every woman written by a pastor's wife. Yeah, a book for every woman. So if you don't have a copy, you may need to check the just check the comment section, check the description box for the link to get this book. So today, I quickly want to review chapter 1 of the book, which is one of my best chapter. For some people, it's their best. So the chapter 1 is talking about identity. And the book has, let me check the number of pages. No, it's not even pages now, the number of chapters. The book is having, I think, 6 chapters, if I'm not mistaken. Wow, 8 chapters. So the ninth chapter is my own life statement. So let's quickly run through chapter 1. And the first quote in chapter 1 says, "You are a pastor's wife, but that's not your identity. It's a title and doesn't define who you are. It does not define who you are. You're just a pastor's wife. It's a title, but that's not your identity. So understand that and know peace." It talks about a pastor's wife being a midwife. That is one of our identity. We are midwife. And the duty of a midwife is just to bring forth more lives or harvest a field without losing out on anything. So that's one of the work of a pastor's wife. A pastor's wife is the bearer of light, good news, support system. She's a guide and a protector. And one of the assignments of a midwife is that they don't give less to their master. Yeah, you give more. You don't give less. Exodus 1:15 to 21. You can remember what the midwives did. Even when they were not told to do so, they know what to do part time. Now, there are some things you may need to understand as a pastor's wife when it has to do with identity. You must know who you are. So, who are you? I'm posing the question to you again. Who are you? Like, who are you? Gong gong. As a pastor's wife, tell me, who are you? Who are you? You know, a lot of times we've been lost in our identity. We've been asking ourselves, how did I get here? Who am I now? Why am I here as a pastor's wife? And that's just the real thing. A lot of us have gone through this phase. Yeah, we've gone through this phase. And if we can come out fine, then I'm assuring you that you will come out fine. So, who are you? What do you represent? Where are you from? What have you been called to do? Do you recognize your assignment in the life of your husband and children? Do you recognize your assignment in the life of others too? Do you know your place of authority? You know, a lot of time, some pastors might feel their place of authority is the altar, like the pulpit. The pulpit, let's call it the pulpit, not even the altar. Are you sure that's not where you are like running to? That's not where you are dragging with other people. Hmm? Are you sure that's not where you are dragging with other people? Is your place of authority the church you're serving alone? Being a pastor's wife is a thick journey. A thick, you're in the jungle, a thick journey, which is not for the faint-hearted. I'm sure you know that. But if you don't know, I'm here to remind you again. It requires a woman that is ready to partner with God in fulfilling purpose to be a pastor's wife. So are you ready to partner with God? Now, let me remind you this. Do you know that you are God's last born? The last thing God created before He rested. Like you should be bragging now as a pastor's wife, even as a woman. Brag, 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 brag. Like I'm God's last born. I'm God's last born. You should be happy. And you know how last borns behave now? Ha! They behave like, I don't want to call them spoiled brats, but they behave like someone that has access to everything in excess. Did you hear what I said? They have access to everything in excess. Yeah, that's last born for you. So as a woman, as a pastor's wife, you're God's last born. Then another thing you need to do is you need to know whose you are. You are a child of God. You're God's treasure. You're a prophetess. You're a judge. You've been set apart for God's purpose and assignment. So, dear pastor's wife, you are a priest and a king. Stop looking down on yourself. You are made for more. So, I'll be stopping here today. And the last thing I would say is you're God's last born. You are God's last born, God's last born. So, don't let anybody deceive you. Don't let anybody look down on you. Don't let anybody make you feel lesser than yourself. Carry yourself with authority, but you can't do this if you don't know whose you are. You cannot. It's not possible. You are just going to be faking it. So I think you need to go on a journey with God to understand who you are. Those two things first. Work on those two things first and see the change it will be bringing. So, dear pastor's wife, this is Ulakem Sola Sola, a fellow pastor's wife that is telling you that you are a prophetess, you are a midwife. So don't settle for less. You are God's last born. Don't settle for less. And always remember that I'm here rooting for you because I'm also a pastor's wife. Yeah, I'm here rooting for you always. Don't take whatever you've been told. Don't look down on yourself. Love yourself more. But in all, go through the journey with God to understand whose you are and who you are. Till I come your way some other time, I remain your friend, your sister, and your girl, Oluwakemisola Isola, the touch bearer. Bye bye.